So I just had to delete a previous video due to a fraudulent copyright claim. That's what it was. YouTube staff doesn't seem to understand what the hell is going on with their website. Like, oh well, we see that it was indeed a copyright claim. If you believe it's in error, you can contact the claimants. Can you understand what the hell you're doing to people? They're not the claimants. They're not Toei. They're not Funimation, and they're Screenwave. It does not represent anybody. They are a scam company. They go around fraudulently claiming people's content and then bullying, threatening, and extorting them if they try to appeal. That's what you're not understanding, YouTube staff. That's when you need to get your dick, your heads out of your collective assholes and go, you know what? These companies are abusing our system. Period. There is no gray area. There is no in between. Our content creators are following the law. They're following fair use. They're following the legal guidelines of copyright law. They're doing modified works. These companies are going around extorting and harassing them. We need to step up our game and actually ban them. Ban these companies that are abusing the system, and then maybe we can regain our content creators' respect. That would be a good start. But they're not going to do that because they're run by a fucking liberal. Somebody who hates creativity, hates the content that creators are making, and would rather put on the bullshit mainstream media to fucking lie to people than actually do her job. Yes, I can be critical of them. Why? Because that's how you grow as a company. That's how people grow. Take legitimate criticism and build off of it. Not threatening, bullying, and harassing people off the platform. And what's this damn definition of hate speech she keeps going on about? Yes, speech is offensive. You have to work around it. If someone tells another person to kill themselves and that person does it, guess what? The person that told them to? There are laws in certain states where they can be held accountable on murder charges, on assisted suicide charges. They can be arrested and fined $250,000 for inciting that person to do that. The same can be applied to fandoms. Just because you don't like something does not mean you have the damn right to tell somebody to off themselves. Guess what? If you don't like it, nobody forced you to fucking click on it. Nobody forced you to watch it. So you could actually have some damn common decency and common sense and be respectful, even online. Take brony content. Yes, I make modded videos of Skyrim and Fallout with MLP mods. Don't like it? I don't care. My personal life is none of your fucking business. You can sit your ass down, watch the entire video, and then go moving on to something else. You can like it or dislike it. It still counts as engagement. People really need to learn this. Yeah, there are people who make some really extreme content. More extreme than what I make. Let's talk about Fallout the Frontier. I still have the original mod installed. I'm going to do a playthrough of it, but I'm not going to record it unless it's for flashback scenes, for machinimas I'm working on, for the NCR Brotherhood War. I'll be expanding my Fallout Equestrian, my Fallout and Elder Scrolls animation content in the coming days and weeks too. I was like, the show in MLP inspired me to create my channel, but it mostly inspired me to keep being creative. Because I've had people in my entire throughout my life who are supposed to be teachers and educators and guidance counselors and this and that constantly tell me that what I want to do with my life is not realistic. I wanted to be an artist when I was a kid. I wanted to be I told them I wanted to grow up to be an artist. I was repeatedly told, no, that's not realistic. No, you have to be what society what we want you to be. What are you going to contribute to society and all this other crap? And I was only 8, maybe 9 or 10. And I've been dysfunctional ever since. People need to remember that. Stuff like that will impact a kid's performance, their maturity, their mental state, any given thing, you name it. That will screw them the fuck up. People need to get their shit together. Like, don't go and tell someone if they make grown MLP fan content. On one extreme, don't sit, if you're a parent, don't sit on your ass and say, oh, well, this isn't appropriate. You shouldn't be making this, using cartoons to characters generate clicks. If you stopped your kid from watching the video, you did your job. You don't need to fucking say anything else. You can move on, and you can silently watch what your kids are doing. That's your job. If you stop the kid from watching an animation that used MLP characters but wasn't kiddish, guess what? You succeeded. Now move on. And then on the other extreme, the people who say, oh, well, bronies are, degenerates and this and that. You don't know that. You really don't know who the person is that you're freaking slamming on the other side. We have members of the brony fandom that are in the U.S. military. I'm not talking about people who might be, chefs or cooks are in the band. I'm talking about people who are drill sergeants, who have seen combat. You also have members of the fandom who are conservative, who are supporters of either one president or another. So to the people who say, oh, well, all bronies are the same, blah, blah, blah. You people need to get your head in gear and realize you have potential. If you're a supporter of an ex-president, you have allies in the fandom. It's best not to shoot yourselves in the foot when it comes to that. You really need to be smarter. See, I don't like talking through an entire video, because that's not why my content is here. My channel is an animation channel. I do the gaming content on the side. Those videos, they don't get sustained views because YouTube's brain damaged algorithm suppresses it and goes, oh, this is too similar to this. I am actually talking through the damn videos if these people were smart and they knew and they understood that. I have most of the time, any given number of playthroughs on my channel for Skyrim or Fallout. I upload all the StarCraft 2 replays on my channel, YouTube, are mine. That's my replay, me playing the game, my commentary. So, you want to act like you care about content creators? one, don't tell them, please don't use abusive language. We are not children. Most of us, anyway. If we want to cuss, we will. People have become so coddled and so freaking entitled that it's ridiculous. They're like, oh, well, please don't cuss, blah, blah, blah. I will cuss if I want to. Your CEO needs to understand that. She does not have the right to tell me what to think, what to say, or what type of content to make. She's supposed to run a video platform. And YouTube is supposed to be engaged in all manners of discussion. You don't just silence one side and promote another. You promote both sides of the argument so that people can make their own decisions. You don't sit there and act holier than thou or almighty. Okay. I think that does it for this one. I have to edit my other video before re-upload. It feels like the whole world has gone to hell. And I don't use that term loosely. YouTube and Twitter seem to think that, oh, they're the arbiters of truth. They can decide what people are allowed to say and what not. No, they're not. They don't get that. They don't get to do that. See, people don't seem to understand that YouTube is going down a very dangerous path. So is most of social media. These tech companies think that they have the right to sit on their ass behind some glass wall and make decisions for people that they've never met. Yeah, guess what? The election was stolen. Yeah, the evidence is out there. But most people are too distracted or have their brains turned off because of the media to even realize it. Oh, if you mention anything, YouTube's like, oh, well, this going forward, if you say anything about this or this, we're going to, remove the video. No, you're not. Like I said before, you don't actually have the right to do that. People use this, oh, it's a private company, they can do what they want. No. The people who use that argument seriously need to grow the hell up, get their head out of their ass, and realize that technically YouTube is not a private company. They are a video sharing platform, which makes them a public platform, which makes them open to criticism of all kinds. The people who use the private company argument are chicken shits. They're cowards. They don't want to actually debate anyone. They want to live in a bubble the rest of their damn lives and have a socialist government coddle them so they don't actually develop critical thinking skills. I mean, seriously, what is up with that? We need to remove, and I will say this, liberal professors are forcing the next generation to hate their own country. Like, oh, the United States is inherently racist and this and that and this and that. No, it's not. We fought against that in the Civil War back in the 1860s. That was the whole point of the Emancipation Proclamation and other key moments. But these liberals do not get it. They're misleading people and being disingenuous. They need to stop and realize the damage that socialism does. Because I don't think they fully realize just what the hell they're doing. People like Alexander Cortez, Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, others, they don't get it. they have this warped view that, we can, install the good aspects of socialism and, help this country prosper and beat the racists and blah, blah, blah. No! You're not! You're only making things worse. They need to get an education lesson. They need to go back, sit their asses down in a classroom and actually listen to a real historical study and an explanation of why socialism is bad, why it destroys countries. And the other aspect, socialism leads to actual fascism. People don't seem to realize, these liberals don't seem to realize that. Now I'm going to stop the video. After almost 16 minutes of trying to talk,